This lesson is all about manifests. Manifests are like recipes that detail which applications are being installed, updated, removed, or are optional. Automata Deploy Pro allows administrators to create unlimited manifests. So over here on the left-hand side, we've got our manifests here, and I've got one that comes with the system, site default. That's the one that all installs of Automata Deploy get by default, is the site default manifest. So anything we do in here is going to apply right out of the box to any machines that we just installed the application on. But I have the ability to add new manifests. So let's go ahead and create a new one. And we just have to name our manifest here, and I'm just going to call this one, let's say, Executive Staff. And this is going to be a production catalog manifest, and I'll talk about catalogs in the next lesson, but for right now, just follow with me. We're going to make this production, and we'll hit new manifest here. And now I've got this Executive Staff manifest selected on the left-hand side, and you can see by default I don't have anything set to install here. So we can go in here and start to carve out our applications. So we can do things like maybe Acrobat Reader gets installed automatically. Maybe want to do something like, let's show some more applications here. Let's look at Chrome. We're going to make that one installed automatically. And we're going to go ahead and make Evernote and Figma and Firefox optional. So we'll go ahead and save that manifest. And now you can see when I click on Site Default, anybody who's in Site Default gets all these optional, but the Executive Staff, those machines that are tied to the Executive Staff manifest are just going to get Acrobat Reader and Google Chrome. So that's a little bit different here when it comes to setting these up. And then of course optionals for these other three applications. So this allows me to scope out different groups of users and assign different software loads to them. So that's kind of one of the main things that manifests do. Now I can also rename this manifest. Let's say I started this with Executive Staff, and actually after I was working on it for a while I decided this actually needs to be Marketing Staff. So I can just go ahead and rename our manifest here. And you can see now it's updated. Marketing Staff still has the same software load on it, just a different name. Now I can go over here and I can clone the manifest if I want to, and that just makes a copy of it. So maybe I want to do one just like the Marketing Staff, but actually am going to use Executive Staff this time. We'll go ahead and clone that. And when it comes to Executive Staff, unlike marketing, they don't need those other design applications. So we're going to go ahead and take Figma and Evernote out of there. And let's go ahead and save it. So now I've got yet another third type of group here of applications for different users. So you can see how this is easy. You just create or clone a manifest and then make your modifications. Now another thing you can do is actually nest these and have them inherit from other manifests. So for example, we've got our Marketing Staff here, and we can actually do something that's kind of cool. We can go ahead and do an include manifest, which is going to give us a new manifest that is going to include what's already in the Marketing Staff. And maybe what we're going to do here is we're going to call this one Art Marketing Staff. And so this is a subset of users in marketing that do all the art assets. So let's go ahead and create an include manifest, and you'll see here grayed out are the things that we've already set up for the Marketing Staff. So for example, Acrobat Reader is already set as required because of the Marketing Staff. And if I make a change here, I go ahead and change this to optional and save it. When I go back into the Art Marketing Staff, it's now an optional install, so it inherits. So let's go back up to Marketing Staff here. Let's change this one back like we wanted to, and let's go to the Art Marketing Staff. And what we're actually going to do for the Art Marketing Staff is give them a couple more applications. So we're going to go ahead and say, they're getting Figma if they want it, but what we're going to make sure everybody gets is a copy of Krita and a copy of, let's say, Microsoft Edge and Microsoft Teams. Let's go ahead and add those to that subset of group. We'll hit save. And now when you see here, if you go back to Marketing Staff, they aren't going to have those applications. They're going to just have the ones that we had set for them. But that subset of that group that includes Marketing Staff for art marketing, they're going to get everything Marketing Staff gets and then a few more things. So that's one of the most powerful features of this, is being able to create these inherited manifests. Now, if we don't need a manifest anymore, let's say, this Art Marketing Staff, we're just going to get rid of it. I can select it here on the left, and then hit delete manifest here, and we'll say delete. And it takes it away. Now remember, by default, all newly installed managed Macs are pointed to the site default manifest. To assign a specific Mac or Macs to a manifest, we need to execute a single script that redirects that Mac to the appropriate manifest. And we do that using the deploy manifest button. So we were talking about the marketing staff here, so we'll go ahead and select that one. And we're going to hit the deploy manifest button here. We're going to get a little pop-up that gives us instructions to run the following command on the computer or computers that you want to use the selected manifest with. So all we have to do here is just hit copy to clipboard. And once that's been copied to the clipboard or you make a note of it, you just need to use that either through a Apple Remote Desktop script, through your MDM, or interactively on the device to change the manifest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll interactively change this on device. So let's go ahead and switch over to one of our machines here and set it up so that's part of the marketing staff manifest. So over on one of my managed Macs here, we're going to go ahead and go to the terminal app. So we're going to go to Utilities, Terminal. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a sudo command here because we'll want local admin rights for this. And I'll go ahead and paste in that little script that will set this up to be part of the marketing staff manifest. And I'll authenticate. And if you see that has updated, we should be good. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Automata software portal application here again. And let's go ahead and check in. And you'll see now it's starting to go ahead and download and install applications that we had set up for the marketing staff. So it looks good. Looks like we are now a member of the marketing staff manifest on this machine. So like I said, you can deploy this via your MDM, through Apple Remote Desktop to groups of Macs, or you can do it interactively on the device if it's just a handful of Macs that you need to hit. That's how we go ahead and scope out which Macs are part of each manifest that we create.